Are you ready for the biggest golf tournament of the year? The Masters at Augusta is just around the corner, and we have some major news to share. The LIV Golf League, which has been at the center of a battle with the PGA Tour, has just been given the green light to participate in the tournament. That's right. Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, and Bryson DeChambeau will all be playing alongside 15 other LIV tournament attendees. This is a huge victory for the Saudi-backed league and a game changer for the sport of golf. Tune into this video to find out more about this historic decision and what it means for the future of golf. Don't miss out. The eligible members of the divisive Saudi-financed LIV Golf can play in next year's Masters tournament, the organizer of one of golf's 4 majors announced recently, which is a major win for LIV as its generously paid golf players can continue to compete against on the sport's biggest stage. The LIV Golf League had an explosive debut in 2022 and used billions of dollars from Saudi Arabia's wealth fund to get dozens of the world's most famous golfers away from the PGA Tour. Also, the Masters is the first major on the golf calendar and taking place every April in Augusta, Georgia, which is considered by many to be the most valuable event in the sport. However, the LIV golfers' eligibility for the Masters and also other majors came into question this year by considering the majors organizers' long-standing ties to the PGA, which controversially banned any of its members from going against in the LIV events. Golfers in the LIV Golf Tournament Series will be allowed to go against at the Masters next year, organizers of the valuable major said. Fred Ridley and the chairman of the Augusta National Golf Club, which stages the Masters, noted in a statement that those eligible under the current criteria this week get invites to play the 87th edition of the major this year. Several players have competed in the controversial Saudi-backed LIV Golf Series, are listed for the invite, which includes 3-time Masters winner Phil Mickelson, world number 3 and 2022 Open winner Cameron Smith, and 4-time major winner Brooks Koepka. Now, the eligibility of LIV players for majors has been a point of contention in an ongoing fight in the sport, with golfers who participated being banned from the PGA and no world ranking points to be offered for LIV golf events. Earlier this year, the LIV Golf League joined an antitrust lawsuit with some of its players to challenge the suspensions by the PGA Tour. The PGA Tour filed for a countersuit in late September, and just last month, Tiger Woods called for Greg Norman, who is the CEO of the LIV Golf Series, to stand down. With all the fractures in the sport brought about by LIV Golf, the tournament organizers say their main focus is to bring together a preeminent field of golfers and invite eligible players under their current criteria. It means previous champions like Dustin Johnson, Sergio Garcia, Bubba Watson, Patrick Reed, Charles Schwartzel, along with Phil Mickelson, will be at the Masters in April, which will be shown live on Sky Sports. Cameron Smith, Bryson DeChambeau, as well as Brooks Koepka are among the LIV players who will also qualify due to winning a major in the past 5 years. In July, R&A Chief Executive Martin Slumbers said that banning LIV players from next year's Open was not on the agenda. However, it did not rule out changing the Golf Championship's entry criteria. The Masters chairman Fred Ridley took a similar stance just recently, stating in a statement that the entry criteria for this new year would remain the same, and with any possible future changes announced in April. Also, an ongoing Department of Justice probe into whether or not the PGA violated federal antitrust laws in its effort to ward off LIV is also investigating Augusta National Golf Club's role in the fight. LIV golf players took over 7 of the 10 spots on Forbes' list of the world's highest paid golfers. Phil Mickelson claimed the top spot with a whopping $138 million in income last year, most from his LIV signing bonus. As the Masters criteria currently stand, 16 LIV golf members will be invited to play at Augusta National come 2023, and those players include 6 past champions of the major championship: Bubba Watson, Sergio Garcia, Dustin Johnson, Phil Mickelson, Patrick Reed, and Charles Schwartzel. Cameron Smith, Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, and Joaquin Niemann will also receive invitations despite joining the Saudi-backed rival league. Smith, DeChambeau, and Koepka are all eligible through major championship winners in the last 5 years. Now, even though Ridley's letter explained that Augusta's invitation criteria would not change for 2023, it did state that changes for future Masters tournaments would only be announced in April. Traditionally, these changes are announced before the major championship during Ridley's annual press conference. Also, the official World Golf Ranking is expected to pretty much stay the same until the start of the new year. Ridley even wrote, "As said before, we will look at every part of the tournament each year, and also any modifications or changes to invitation criteria for the future tournaments will be announced in April." He also added, "We have reached a seminal point in the history of the sport. At Augusta National, there is faith that golf has overcome many challenges over the years and will endure again." Also, the Masters has become the second of the 4 major tournaments to state its position on LIV Golf players being able to compete after the Open Championship confirmed that it wouldn't ban anyone from playing at the 151st Open at Royal Liverpool. Now, with that being said, the Open needs to clarify what stipulations might exist in their eligibility criteria. The Masters has now been decided, leaving just the PGA as well as the US Open to decide its position. But the decision has been attacked by the organization 9/11 Families United, who said in a statement, "After 9/11, the country agreed that they would never forget that horrible day." Also, the only reason the Saudis launched the LIV League was to try to make the world forget who they are and what they did, like their role in 9/11. And anyone who has truly vowed to never forget should be surprised by the decision by these players to put money ahead of their own country. So on behalf of 9/11 Families United, the leagues are calling on Augusta National to think about their open door policy to the LIV golfers. If they are welcomed with open arms, then they will be at their front door to protest in April. Those 4 tournaments are separate from the primary PGA Tour circuit, which have been highly vocal in its criticism of the breakaway tour, with the pair in something of a sporting civil war since LIV's conception. Norman has been the polarizing head, acting as CEO and commissioner of the Saudi-backed circuit, and has received barbs from tour figureheads, not least Tiger Woods and McIlroy. In one interview, he labeled McIlroy brainwashed by the PGA Tour, leading to the Northern Irishman's decision to become a thorn in his rival's side. In August, Rory McIlroy labeled the series for having ripped apart men's professional golf. And previous Masters champions Bubba Watson, Dustin Johnson, Patrick Reed, Sergio Garcia, and Charles Schwartzel are among a few of the other players to have played LIV golf events to be invited. And 2020 US Open champion Bryson DeChambeau and world number 30 Abraham Ancer from Mexico. The LIV Golf Series is backed by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, which is a sovereign wealth fund chaired by Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, along with the man who a U.S. intelligence report named as responsible for approving the operation, which led to the 2018 murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Also, bin Salman has denied involvement in Khashoggi's murder. The 2023 Masters Tournament runs from April 6th to April 9th. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments. If you liked today's video, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to be always updated with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon in another video.